Good morning, everybody. Once again, we are live on Facebook. You want to do some housekeeping?
Yeah, I sure do. Welcome, everybody. I assume that if you're listening to us this morning or watching us this morning, that you're doing so on Facebook Live. We're broadcasting on Zoom, so please realize there is a bit of a delay between what we say and what we see on Facebook Live. So delighted that you're here. I don't think we're ignoring you if we don't respond right away. Secondly, everything that we're showing you today is for sale. The whole reason for doing these art chats is to highlight the work that Bogdan and I are doing. We have other ways of promoting our art business, but this is specifically designed to show you what's for sale, what's new, what it is that we're doing. If you fall in love with a piece, that's the time to buy it. We can get it to you wherever you are in the world. So welcome, and let's get started with the show.
Yeah, how about let's switch to the presentation and see what we put together for this episode. So, unlike other times, I chose two paintings for myself, and the first one I want to talk about is Floral Memories. And you have a new one going on, right?
Yeah, brand new.
All right. So let's start with mine. Guys, this is Floral Memories, a painting I've done some time ago. And the idea of it is to mimic that abundance of wildflowers from a childhood memories. You know, I remember back in Romania, we grew up in a countryside situation in the mountains, and I remember all the time going hiking with my friends, with my brother, with my family, and there were so many wildflowers around, so much weeds, and I wanted to mimic that floral mess in a way. So this is how Floral Memories actually started. Now this is a huge picture and it may take a while to load. But look at the detail. It's actually a mixed media, and it started from a photograph that it had a flower on the background, but that wasn't enough for me. So I said I'm going to take this one to the next stage. So what I've done, I placed it on a wooden board, and I start painting, layers and layers of colors and flowers and petals and leaves and curly things. And I feel that I'm just standing in that field of flowers looking at the sky. This is what the feeling of it is.
You know what I find amazing in this one? It's total chaos, right?
Yeah,
it's like you say, it's like you just spilled a bunch of flowers on the floor. But in that chaos, when you look at it as a whole, there's a softness. It's like a pillow. It's got this abundance, but it also has this luxurious comfort to it.
And it's abstract. It's very delicate. But when you are on a field, almost the flowers make a pattern in a way.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of wild things going in and out, uncontrollable, but then if you pay attention, there are some dots that makes a pattern back on the background, and I wanted that in the picture.
It's gorgeous, and again, so luxurious. It almost looks like jewelry.
And the picture, this one in particular, is coming with a frame, and this is kind of a mock-up to show you guys how it would look in an environment. And hold on a second, I have it here with me, and I want to hold it for you so you can get the feeling of the size and how it actually looks. Look at that.
It's lovely.
Great?
Good size. Is that 16 by 20?
This is actually it's 19 by 14 or something like that.
Close.
And I think it's brilliant. It doesn't pop that much when showing this camera, but it's very, very vibrant and very colorful as well.
So it's actually a canvas board.
It's a canvas board, yes.
Yeah, so it's got a layer of canvas on the top. Absolutely stunning. The colors are amazing. And again, it has this three. Look how they on the camera. Look how it pops. It almost looks 3D.
It has that. Some of the white paints are used. It's actually like a pearl-like white, which kind of reflects back to you.
Has an iridescence to it, yeah.
And
those little yellow movements, they remind me of bugs.
It reminds me of when you ivies in general have these curly little
tendrils,
things that goes in every direction. So that was the idea of it. But that is my painting for today. If you guys like it, you can come here at Silver Sea Studio and Studio 314 and take a look of it. If you are away, far from Houston, and want to purchase it, get in touch with us. It's also on my website, bogdanphotoart.com. Go and check it out.
Absolutely beautiful. Thank you.
You want to talk about yourself?
Yeah, I did another couple, and I'm going to share one with you today. It's called Lakeside, and brand new. I mean, like 2 days. I guess I did it 2 days ago. Yeah. And you photographed it for me yesterday. So brand new. I really wanted to explore. Again, I love working on paper. This one's on paper. It's 24 by 18 inches, which is a nice size. And it's not even framed yet. But what I really wanted to explore is the idea. We have a lake behind our house. And as I'm working from home and I look out at the lake changes colors all day long. It's got the blues and the aquas and the kind of greenish pond water. And then in the evenings, it turns gold. When the sun hits it just right, the whole lake turns gold. Sometimes it's dappled because of movement in the water. Other times it's just flat gold.
And I like how you use the green in here. It reminds me of the water lilies floating around. And it's quite a bit of them. We
have lots of water lilies in that lake. So I was just kind of exploring the idea of the lake and the colors of the lake and then I had to add the skippers. I had to add the bugs that skip across the surface, particularly in the evening when that gold hits, the bugs are going crazy.
Are those the trail left?
It's the idea that there's movement. It's an ever-changing landscape, and it's always has movement and energy on the surface. It's a beautiful place to work and to look out at. I know there's all kinds of activity under the water, them eating the bugs and the fish, and then of course we have eagles that come and fish in the lake as well. So it's quite a hub of activity.
Now, for those I know because I've seen them. Actually, there are two pieces like this in the series. I don't know if you're going to continue with this. First of all, I like the paper you chose. It's a hot, bright paper press, and that means it's a smooth surface.
It doesn't have that big texture that a lot of watercolor papers have.
And what I like about it, which doesn't really necessarily show here, it has a very metallic surface to it.
And I have it here. It'll probably catch the light better.
Yeah.
The gold in it is just really catches the light.
Unbelievable. I don't know how it almost looks like copper in a way. It depends how the light hits it.
Yeah, I've been trying not to say golden pond, but
but listen, I done a mock-up for you, and I would like to share that so people can see the proportions and how they would look in a home, right? And I think together would be a fantastic
they'd look good
statement.
Together. Yeah.
I mean, look at this. Amazing. Just amazing.
The other thing I noticed is in Dallas, a lot of people were using gray as a background. And I really found that very attractive. I wanted to play with that idea as well. So here, I mean, it's totally abstract. I just took ideas of water, ideas of a lake. It almost kind of looks like a waterfall as well, but total abstraction. I'm just putting all those elements together, not in any kind of representational way. But I thought it was very pleasant.
Yes, I found them very, very beautiful. And once you frame them, guys, it's a completely different story.
Yeah, and that's true of most art, really.
Great, fantastic. Let's move to the next bit. Guys, we still have a exhibition here at Silver Street Studios. It just started, actually.
Just started.
And it's called Progresso. What is the idea of it? I'm going to keep asking, why is this English and Spanish?
Well, because we live in Houston, a very, very multicultural city, very close historically and geographically, very close to Mexico and part of Mexico for a while. And so we wanted to give notice to the fact of where we live. We live in a very bilingual, multicultural environment. A lot of the artists here at the studio are also Hispanic and speak Spanish. And so what we wanted to do is we wanted to have a show that kind of celebrated that. It's just a tenant show. There's nothing particularly Hispanic about the theme or Spanish about the theme, but we wanted to put together a bilingual show because we realized that a huge portion of our constituency, of our customers, are speaking Spanish. They prefer to speak Spanish. They probably speak both English and Spanish. But just a way to celebrate and honor that.
I think it's
so the show just started. We have about 40 artists participating, I think maybe 42. And it's a tenant show, just hung it this last week. And we had our reception last Wednesday night.
And it has everything. It has glass, it has painting, it has photography,
sculpture,
and various mixed media and new art on the show as well.
Absolutely. It is also we brought in a guest curator. So we have it curated by Armando Rodriguez, and he did a lovely job curating the show for us. And it will be open until the end of June, June the 25th, I believe. And then we have yet another show through the summer before Photo Fest comes in and takes over the studios
for
their displays.
I have another.
Yes, congratulations.
Exhibition going at Sabine Street Studios, and that is going to be all the way to June 11th. VAA, the 38th Jury Open Exhibition. And this was an exhibition curated by Alison de Lindgren, that she works for the Fine Arts Museum of Houston. And I was very privileged in a way to find out that she actually chose 2 entries of mine and grouped them together. I thought it was a lovely touch. And these photographs comes from a series called Nature Remembered. And it's a, how would I say this? It's the nature that we remember as kids, because you grew up with this, I don't know you, but I did, with these figurines made out of porcelain, either birds or elephants or tigers, whatever. And because they were so important for at that moment in time, our parents or grandparents would keep them on a doily. So now I didn't want to photograph doilies, but the idea of doilies, they are influenced from nature. So they're actually flowers put together. So I said, what if I create natural doilies made of petals, flowers, leaves, bushes, and so on.
And that you put them on a doily because they're important.
Yes.
You didn't put everything on a doily, you know? Mm-hmm. And so the whole idea here is that the idea of conservancy of nature, of protecting the natural environment, honoring the natural environment, by making it important. I think it's a really, it's a lovely collection, and it's one we haven't really shown much.
No, but it's about time to to print them and bring them to life.
You want to talk about Argentina?
Talk about Argentina. I haven't had a slide for Argentina. Guys, we will talk about this soon. What happened is I've been re-invited for the
third year
for the Festival de Fotografía Artística in Tucumán, Argentina. And actually, I submitted as a guest artist the Nature Remember portfolio, and they were very happy with it. And I don't know if I can make it to Argentina this year, just because we are living in a weird times with economical difficulties, and we have to measure every expense. But we're about to see.
Yeah, and it's quite an honor. And again, be able to show this particular series, Nature Remembered, to a much larger audience. You've been to Argentina's been good to you.
Yes, and Mexico as well.
Mexico as well.
So let's see, guys, a new vlog episode about the moving to new studios and the challenges that we have to go through. It's in the making. Hopefully we're gonna release it at the end of this week, but until then you can always check our YouTube channel, and that is John Bishop Fine Art, and see what's up with us, and subscribe and like our vlogs.
We've got a lot of videos up.
Yeah,
we're doing quite a lot. I just put out a podcast yesterday, so we're getting a lot of content out there on YouTube.
This week I been in a very creative mode actually, and I started new works. I'm trying to actually warm up with the idea of having a home studio. So
think of the lake.
And so this last weekend I spread out in the garage and I started new works. Those are paintings, actually mixed media. And the way I've done it, I wanted to combine some of the old letters that belongs to your grandmother, actually,
we just
as a
them all in the box.
background, and then paint over and have some unusual elements coming through the painting, and to make you curious what is there, what is writing. It's not about anything really, but it's fascinating, and it adds a little mystery. But I want to share with you some images of these new works. There's not a lot of large shoots because I want to launch it at some point. But
I love them.
I took some detailed shots about these works. So you can see the writing on the background here on the right.
Yeah, so those are just old letters from my grandmother, I suppose.
Yeah. And this, 1 cent. These are not coins, guys. I think she loved to play slots, like casino. Gamble.
Yeah.
And those are kind of fake 1 cent. And I said they were.
They could have also been some sort of like a collector stamp. You could have gotten points or something if you got little coins. They're little plastic coins.
Yeah,
right?
it's kind of actually the cardboard actually.
Oh, cardboard.
So
Okay.
I said I'm gonna use them creatively.
They're lovely.
Yeah, instead of throwing them away. So these are yours.
That's the stuff I've been working on, and that's look lovely, all
I love that.
imaginarily framed up.
Yeah. And then, it's that time to say thank you for watching us, for being with us in this journey, and for supporting us
Absolutely.
in this process.
Thank you to, we had somebody just show up at the studio this week. There he is.
There it is, Tynan. And he collected three actually.
3 pieces?
Works. Yes.
Oh, okay.
The other one was all rolled out, and I said,
Oh,
no,
that's
don't
right.
open it. But yes, these pieces will go to Calgary.
Calgary,
So
Canada.
we'll have a piece in Canada.
Absolutely. Nice
Now-
guy. And again, thank you so much for your support and the lovely visit here in the studio.
Now the studio is coming along, the new studio. So for those who don't know, who haven't catch up with us, we are still in Silver Steel Studios here in Houston, but our new studio is 314, and that is the very first studio and the very first door as you enter in the building.
Used to be door number 1. It's now door number yellow. And they painted the doors different colors. You can only look at the studio from this angle because I still haven't hung my work yet. Maybe I'll do that today. So it's coming along. That's the pretty view of the studio. That's not where we're sitting.
Yeah.
We're sitting in the back in the work area. But it's nice to have a studio large enough to have a dedicated gallery space as well as some everyday
Working,
workspace.
yes, and office stuff. Second part of the show, guys, here, and I chose a smaller and more delicate one for myself, and that's a painting, acrylic on paper. And you have an
that's not the
no,
one.
that's not the one.
That's last week's.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
No worries.
This is the one.
That's the one.
Anyway, so let's talk about mine. So it's some time ago I started painting, and I chose both of these images today just because it's kind of the end of spring, beginning of summer, and it's still time to get the floral or how it's a spring breeze in your home. And this is spring. It's a very small one. It's a 9.7 by 7 inch painting. It's already framed, and
It's stunning.
and it's very delicate and very small. It fits in any home. And look at the details.
Very oriental, kind of a Japanese almost style. Is that a cherry tree, or does it matter?
It should be.
It's just
yeah.
a blooming tree.
You know, when you are walking on the street and see these spring trees in flower, you never question, what is this, a cherry tree?
Mm-hmm.
It's just a random tree in flower.
Good morning, Mark Anthony just joined us.
Oh, fantastic. Hi, Mark. So let me, I want to hold this for you guys because it's really cute.
It's beautiful.
It is.
It's so delicate, and yet it's detailed.
And
It gives the impression of
it's nicely framed. It has a little, how to say, the depth in between the artwork,
a little shadow box,
the artwork
kind of,
and the mat. And I priced this for $100. It's not that much, and
it's an original as well.
it's
right?
an original as well. And I thought, you know what? It's a beautiful thing.
Is it on canvas
and I want
paper?
to share. It's a paper.
It's on paper.
It's on paper. And let me switch back to show more details about this.
I think it's stunning.
So yes, guys, come and see it here at Silver Sea Studios, or if you want to buy it online, please do send us a message. We'll make it happen. Now we have another kind of a joint project here, more John than myself, and that's a squall.
Yes, this is a series that we did. There are about 10 of them, and Bogdan was messing with some ink on paper, and he did some kind of doodle art, scribble art, and he said, I really don't like them. And I said, well,
I didn't say like them.
Yeah.
I was like,
I'm not going to do anything with
I
them.
don't know where to go with it.
Yeah. And so I said, let me have them if you're done with them. So I just added a bunch of color and some graphic elements, and so we created this. And I always, they kind of look like storms to me, moving like you'd see tracking a hurricane. And so I think there were 10 in the series, and they've been really popular all of a sudden. We only have 2 left. There's 2 in Mexico that were part of an exhibition that are also on sale on Artsy through the PGPRMX. PRPGMX. Yes, I thought I ate part of that. And so I just talked to Michael, and he said, let's keep them here and leave them in the residency for decoration until we go back to Mexico and I can pick them up. But so those are there. And the only 2 left are this one, which is Squall, which is one of my favorites, just the boldness of color. And it does look like it's something moving across an agricultural landscape.
Yes. The way you chose these colors are fantastic.
And
I mean, those
here.
greens and blues.
I don't know which side
just
is up. I suppose it doesn't matter much. So they're 12 by 12. So it's a lovely size.
And again, the mat, guys, is just temporary so that you can protect the artwork.
Yeah, so we can protect the artwork from the Mylar bag.
You can absolutely enlarge the mat and the frame and really make a statement with it.
Yeah, so I just wanted to kind of point them out because they have been really hot and there's only 2 left. So this one and the only other one is
I'll give it,
this one,
which I absolutely love.
which is called Borrasca. And it's got a lot going on as well.
Yeah, I absolutely love both of them.
But anyway, I thought they were lovely and I thought I'd share them again because they've been quite popular lately and they're going to run out here very soon.
So guys, collect it now.
This is it.
So is there anything else we want to share with them this week?
Golly, just so much going on. I'm going to be doing a pop-up show for Father's Day, well, the week before Father's Day, in Montgomery. No, in Magnolia, Texas. So that's coming up. We've got a lot going on here at the studios.
You know, last week, and I have forgot to mention because there was so much going on, I had an exhibition in Mexico City,
Yes.
and organized by Silvia Barbescu, a Romanian artist that she's living in Mexico City, and she discovered me at one of these fairs, Fine Feria in Mexico, and over time we kept in touch, and she was very interested in my work, and last week she organized an exhibition for the 2 of us in La Casa de la Amistad, Mexico Rumano, and I think it went very well. They had a little press conference. They were talking about the pictures,
She videoed the whole thing,
Right.
which was nice.
The
We have a record.
the pictures I sent her are part of the Inheritance series, new kind of releases that I haven't shared or printed before, and she had kind of the prime issue to show in there.
But Sylvia is an amazing artist and an amazing person. She's a Romanian who's living and working in Mexico and has been there for many, many years. And she does painting. She's a sculptor. She works with glass, ceramics. She does printmaking, and she's also a professor of art at the Polytechnic University. So she does
And she has
a lot.
And she has a fantastic studio that I want to.
And
one
she has
day-
a studio that
One
is
day.
amazing. She has a bedroom upstairs.
She can even sleep.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, this was everything for this week. Hope you enjoy what what we put together for you. And we'll see you next week,
Absolutely.
Wednesday, 10 o'clock Central Time.
See you then. Have a great week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.